Intuitors, it's Aria here. Welcome to the Intuit Cafe. I have really put a lot of thought into this series of videos I'm doing this week. And the idea and the concept actually came to me as I was thinking about a way to incorporate a choose your ending kind of a reading with the regular readings that I do by signs of the zodiac. One of the reasons I really like the pick a card readings is that I really feel it gives you an opportunity to tap into your own intuition and really get some guidance that's more tailored to your specific need, and then also kind of to gauge your own ability to choose the right reading that really resonates with you, that will just happen to be a message from your higher self, guides, angels, or whatever you believe in as your guidance, that they come through in an opportunity where you really have to pick something intuitively, and then it really matches up to what you're looking for. I'm going to create a number of different videos that are like action outcome. And at the end of this reading, there's going to be 4 videos that you can choose from that give a suggested action and outcome, or potential action and outcome. If you're cross-watching or you're watching your own sign and you really realize that the person, that's the story in this reading is really that other person, your love interest, for example, you would like to have an idea about what they might do next, then set the intention that you pick that they're on the trajectory at this time to do. The other way you would use it, if you're watching the reading and you really realize this is about you, what would be the suggested actions and outcomes that you might engage in? Then again, you set the intention that whichever action outcome reading that you pick in the end is really meant to determine this is a good action because I like that outcome, or maybe this is not a good action because I don't like the outcome that comes out of it. I can't wait to see what you guys think of it. Give me your feedback in the comment section below. And right now we're just going to go ahead and get right into your individual zodiac signs. So thank you so much for watching, and let's dive right into it. Alright, Sagittarius, here's your reading for today, or for whenever you're watching this. I just set the intention as I was laying out the cards that whatever messages the majority of you needed to hear the most would just come forth right now according to what's going on in your situation in love right now. And I also just, again, watch your moon rising or your Venus. If this particular reading doesn't resonate with you, maybe one of the other ones will. So it's so funny, when I lay out these cards, sometimes I see like right away what it's all about, and this one I'm just completely baffled. So I'm just going to just jump right in and let the story flow as I put the intention to be a channel for the divine in these readings anyway, to bring you messages that you need to hear. So first of all, I'm looking here at the cards that kind of give me the pain and that are the most uncomfortable, and we have the heart, the 3 of Swords, heart being broken, pain, and there's loneliness in it. There's the Tower is about being alone, and it's about strength and being strong. It's also about I can even talk in some cases about like corporate buildings and things like that, universities and whatnot, but in this case I'm feeling it's just about that, the aloneness, the pain of the heartbreak that's being experienced here. There is an aspect to this heartbreak, though, that is, in a sense, to continue in it, is, in a sense, your own doing. And I hate to say that because I don't want it to be taken wrong. It wasn't your own doing that your heart was broken, and that wasn't right, of course. But I had a friend of mine and I were talking today, and she was talking about how someone was telling her about, you shouldn't wallow in something. And she says, but sometimes wallowing is exactly what we need to do, which I agree with. We should wallow at times. There's an aspect of wallowing in our pain that helps us like understand it, and then it's like moving through it. But then what she said was wallow, but don't swallow. So you don't need to swallow the pain. You don't need to bring it all inside of you. And there's an aspect here of swallowing with this 8 of Swords. It's like this person, one of the things people talk about with the 8 of Swords is that it's someone who's tied up, but they're not tied very tightly, and they actually could free themselves, and their castle is not very far away in the background. They really can get out of this. This is an entrapment of the mind that is somewhat self-inflicted. So there's a feeling like right now your higher self is coming along and saying, you know what, it's time for you, to finish seeing and discovering in this pain why it came to you, what it was for, and what you needed to gain from that, and then untie yourself from this and move on, because there is happiness, you know, in your future. The High Priestess is really, she's your higher self coming in, and she really does want to communicate with you. So the birds are about communication. I'm feeling that you, those of you who are watching this, it's just coming up because it's really saying, either within this message or other messages they're trying to get through, there's really some things you need to know and you need to listen, and they really are trying to speak to you here. And so allow those messages to come in. This, there's something here that is very destined in all of this. It's part of your path. It's part of your spiritual growth. So being alone right now, being, you know, having the pain, the heartbreak or whatever, is part of your spiritual growth path, and it does serve a purpose. So even though it doesn't feel like it sometimes, it really is. The one that I'm really, and actually, you know what? I'm going to move this guy over here. Of course, if I move them, maybe I can move these too, because I really don't see how those match up. I'm going to do that. I can do that. So, I didn't feel how to even read that. I don't feel the match in that. I'm feeling like this is where, this is kind of backwards, obviously if we're using a left to right kind of thing, but I can go whichever way I want, and I'm feeling like it goes this direction. First of all, your higher self saying, you know, there's something in all of this, and then out of it comes something good. So we'll get there. So the Five of Pentacles is actually, even though it's as a very, like, it's left out in the cold, it's a painful, sad, hard, difficult card. But one thing about the Five of Pentacles that you don't see in the picture is that just as they're moving along here, there's just around a little bit farther off the picture, they come to the corner of the building and they turn a corner. And it very much changes, like everything completely changes. And that's what we're being shown here. You're in all of this right now. You're doing your wallowing, which is fine. Don't do the swallowing. And then when you get through it, you're going to be, you're coming along. And this is actually good. Here, this is being stuck and staying. But as you move through your heartache, your heart, and your pain in regards to love, then you're going to come around the corner and you'll turn the corner, and you really do have this in the future. And the lilies is about things, it is about passion and attraction. I'm feeling you're attracting it to you. You have a passion for this. It's coming. It's going to happen. You might be alone right now. There is a bite. The snake comes up here. There's a bite to it. But it also, the snake also asks you to be flexible and think of different approaches to how you get your way through this. And so actually the snake can sometimes even talk about healing as well, but lilies to me talk about healing. And so as you come through this process that is destined because there's a reason for it, you do end up with healing, and then you end up getting what you want, which is this happy family, this love. This is kind of like a little ways down the road because, you know, maybe some of you guys are still single. Maybe you have met someone, but it isn't going so well at this time. But the future is that it is bright, and there will be healing, and it takes a long time to get there. The lilies is about long-term growth and development over time, and it is growing. It is happening. You just may not see it at the time. And then I have the Page of Pentacles and a man. And I'm feeling like some of you is just saying, like, this could be that other person. I don't know if this is you. The man might be you in this. It might be someone else coming for you, coming in. Or it's even, you already have this person in your life, but there's kind of like this new beginning. The Page of Pentacles is seeing the value in something and really recognizing it. And so whether this is you or them, I'm feeling like that is coming, and that's a good thing to see. As you make your choice here about the action outcome, if you're watching this and you're like, I'm seeing in here that I have a decision and an action outcome I need to take, then just make your selection based on your intention for yourself. If you're looking and the way you heard this story and the way you see it play out, you realize the other person is the one who needs to take an action and an outcome, and you want to know what is their most likely action outcome, then set the intention that that's what you're going to receive from the pick that you make at the end. Thanks so much for watching, liking, and subscribing to my channel, and stay tuned for more.